Hello, I'm just going to try to do a quick video here on my Line 6 Sonic Port VX. Picked up at Lon McQuaid for about 220 bucks plus tax. So it's been good so far. The reason why I'm doing the review is because it doesn't come with a lot of instructions or advice on what software to use with it or hardly anything. Here's the pilot's guide. It's got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brochure pages of information, and then you're into different languages. So not a lot of information with it, and there are a few videos on YouTube by Line 6. They're pretty good, but even then you can tell they're not really divulging what software to use, and very few kind of tips on how to use it. There are a few, but I guess there would be so many it would take hours to say. So basically just gonna go over how to set it up and just start recording with it right away. So here we have a Marshall, just plain old DSL 15H, no effects, no nothing, no loop in it, no way to plug into it, no headphone jack, no nothing on it. So I'll use that. I'll use a Fender Stratocaster. And not that it really matters because we're going to modify the sounds anyway, but it's just a totally stock made Mexico Fender Strat. Oh, and there's the squelch back. So that's because I have it on microphone. If I turn it to guitar, it should stop. That's my amp. Okay, oh, I'll plug it in just a second. So there we go. So, oh, and this amp on. Okay, there we go. So the app I'm using is what comes with it. As soon as you plug it in, you download the app. Once you plug in the Sonic port, the app comes alive. You don't have to pay for it, or it allows you to go into it. So just use that. It's mobile pod. It's not the Garageband, not yet. They do mention to use Garageband with it, but another app I got was Road Record, but I'll go into that later. Just kind of do this, the mobile pod part of it. So anyway, you go into mobile pod, and of course you have all your amps. You know, that's British high gain, so Marshall, Line 6 amps, Vox amps. Let's just bring it up, see what it looks like, and lots of amps, lots of choices. So that's kind of what I wanted for this Marshall amp, is something to modify sounds with. And then this, because there is no programming with it, with this I can get into it and change up the sounds quite a bit. So let's go back to the British high gain. It's nice and simple then, and like a true Marshall amp or high gain amp, it feeds back when you turn it on, even on through the processing of the app. And pedal changing is easy. Just pick a pedal, whatever you want, and get rid of it by going to the no sign or whatever, and it goes away. Or if you want it back, it's going to pedals, and I can't remember which one that was, but tremolo, sure, and say done, and then it comes back online. Or you can add one and add whatever you want in there. There's not very many though. There's no I thought there would be a Ibanez tube screamer, but I don't see anything like that. There's flangers. There's no phaser like a Van Halen phaser. Doesn't have that, so could use a few more pedals, I must say. But there's enough here you can mess with your sound like a lot and change it to whatever you want. And you just press plus and add that in. It's easy to do. Okay, so you can pick your cabinet too. Go there. You can pick like a 2x12. 4x10, 4x12, whatever. So let's go 4x10 British, which is what's actually in behind there. So not that it matters. It can make that amp sound like whatever amp cabinet you would like. So then you go in there and you turn your amp on, and then you can hear it come up. I'm not sure what it's... Oh, I see I got an effect on. What did I pick? Tremolo. So there, and what I'm finding is it works pretty good. So that portion of the Sonic port is worth not the $220, but it it's, if you go by pedals and sounds and kind of programmable amplifiers, then it's worth quite a bit. You can get, of course, the Amplify actual amp, or the Amplify box that goes in front of your main amps to do the same thing. But I wanted mainly something to record with. I had a, let's see, it was a Tascam DP-008, and it was fine. It has excellent sound, but it was such a pain in the ass to use and so difficult. It would take literally an hour and a half to record 10 minutes of, or to have 10 minutes of recording ready to use in a video or wherever you want to use it. So I wanted something simple, and this is it. This is so simple to use, it's incredible. So that's kind of the programming section of it. So what I do when I use it, I put on clean, you can put on dirty, and it would just kind of go overboard. So I just put on the clean channel, turn the gain down a bit, volume up, and then that could have been too loud if the camera might have clipped it, but it sounds good loud. You can crank it up, and you know, guitar's feeding back and sitting right in front of the cabinet, but it sounds good. You can mess with it a lot. Let's see if I can get the presence to move or something like that. Yeah. Treble, turn that down. There we go. So whatever you touch here has a big effect. Boost, and so it is almost just like working a real amplifier. It's amazing how well it works. I'm pretty happy with the quality of the programming within the free app that comes with the Port VX. So now, okay, fine, you've got that portion, I guess you can call it, of the Port VX. So fine, you want to record yourself. Okay, so then you go to, apparently GarageBand is free with some or Mac computers and stuff like that. But I'm a Windows man, I'm older, and I don't have any of that stuff. So I bought GarageBand. It came with some charity things too, so I bought that, and so now I have GarageBand. I'll go into GarageBand. Okay, so I want to record something, say myself playing direct into the Sonic port. Okay, so here's a whole bunch of recordings I have. Okay, I'll make a new recording. Just hit the plus sign, and then once you hit the plus sign, you can create a new song, and then you pick what you want to use. So for microphone, if you want to do this over the mic, which you can do, I would put the microphone down here on this case here, right in front of the speaker, and it works fine. It will record a room recording with the drums. There's the drums. The camera's actually sitting in the drums almost. And guitar. I put the microphone closer to the guitar amp, and the drums fill in the sound around it. So turn the amp down a little bit so it's not overpowering the drums, and then it'll kind of balance it out. But you have to kind of mess with that a little bit to get it just right. But anyway, back on track. There's so much you can do with this thing. It's kind of easy to go off track. So you pick your inter-app audio app. So GarageBand's going to look for whatever's feeding your iPad or what have you. Pick that. Oh, there's Mobile Pod. Shows up. You pick that, and voila, it goes straight over to your Line 6 app, and it's ready to record. So let's see now. I'll just what's got to go on here? Oh, that's that dumb count-in thing. I hate that. That's another thing about GarageBand. You have to always. It defaults at 8 bars only, which is a pain. So you have to go into 8 bars, and let's see if this is even showing up. Okay, 8 bars, and pick automatic, so it'll just run on and on until whenever you're done. I think there's a limit. I might set it like half an hour or something like that. Okay, fine. I turn that count in off, and then it says line 6. So when I go to line 6, it should be ready to record. Okay. Oh, this is probably gonna help a lot. Oh, it's on tuner. That's what's gone wrong. So it's another feature of it. It has a tuner, and it's very well, it works very well. It sweeps. It doesn't just go out of tune, in tune. It will sweep as you go into tune. So, okay, now into my amp. It's really loud as I turn it down. And you get your levels and everything like that. So I just hit record. Yeah. And it'll count me with the timer, and then there, then I'm recording. So I have one hand. And then you have your out levels right here to your Garageband, so you kind of don't go into the red and all that stuff. And it seems to work pretty good, so it's pretty slick that way. And that's pretty easy to figure out. You just kind of like mess with that a little bit, and it'll work no problem. But the problem with that was that, okay, so I'll go back to the Garageband, and I'll go into my recording, if I can do it. It's mono. You only get one channel, so that's fine. You can duplicate this channel, so, you know, copy and paste it in, or however you want to do it. And then another thing you can do is go into your, it has a picture of an equalizer, but unfortunately it isn't an equalizer. And then you can, let's see if that shows my screen. Oh, no, there we go. You can pan your track, one left, one right, if you have two tracks, and make them wider, or trying to fake a stereo sound, and then you can put a little echo on one and reverb on the other. Sounds not bad. I'll put a recording on at the end of, I recorded my son's band with this thing, which is kind of the main reason I bought it, is for kind of band recordings, either his school band or his rock band or whatever, or whatever you want to record, whatever audio you want to record. So that's kind of the limitation of GarageBand. So once I got to that point, I didn't really like the sound. I found the sound of GarageBand was pretty muffled. It's compressed because it's going through the iPod. So it, you know, it takes all your nice sound waves and compresses them down so that the small sound waves are the same, and the big sound waves that are sounding neat are compressed down to the same small sound waves, and it doesn't sound alive. It sounds very, you know, it sounds good if you just want to hear what sounds you made, fine, but it's no recording as such. It doesn't sound like you're sitting in front of an amplifier at all. So that's kind of why I went away from GarageBand. And then so since I left GarageBand, this is $5, so really it's not that bad. And I went to Rode Record, as RODE Record, and that's this guy here. And it's a much better recorder, and again, it's only $5, so fine. Just go plus, it'll load up a new recording, and there you go. So I gotta figure out why. Oh, gotta put something to it. There we go. Turn my guitar up, and there's the levels coming up. And it records in stereo, left and right. It has these FX features, and all they do is reduce your recording. So it's ISO type of thing. Oh, great! You know, it's gonna make me sound better. But no, as soon as you turn that on for an instrument or guitar, anyway, it'll just cut back your sounds that you're hearing. So all it can do is take away from your sound. So I just basically turn them both off. For audio recording, there's some good videos on YouTube. They give you the settings to use for voice recording and for monologuing like I am right now. It'd probably sound a lot better if I was using this, but I'm just using the camera. It's a Canon camera, and it has probably a better microphone than some stuff like this, but okay. Oh, it also has effects out. So that's your effects out. So in Rode, your effects in is this one. Turn it off. And then, so with that off, records however you want it, and then you can still change your effects out. You can compress shit in there and expand it and gain and attack and high filter bypass or high filter cut and all that stuff. But again, as soon as you turn that on, it just takes away from your recording. So I figure, you know, why have it? It doesn't sound better. So I was in here messing with all these sliders and stuff like that. So inevitably I just turned, there's enabled, you just turn dynamics enabled off, and it cuts all that crap out, and your recording would sound good again. I might turn DC on. That just kind of stabilizes the wave. So if your sound wave is going above the center mark, it'll get it back even again, so that you don't clip on when the wave goes up, and then sound weak on the wave goes down, and it just kind of balances it all up. Apparently, it's all digital anyway, so depends on the programming and the software. So basically turn those all off, record, hit record. I've turned the levels up a bit. It's taking the sonic port that shows up in the app, and then also has your, that's another thing with the iPad, the controls are kind of, and there you go, you got some good sound waves coming in, so you hit stop and then come back and play them. Done. And it sounds good. It sounds like it just played out of the guitar anyway. So very good. As I work with this program more, I'll do a more in-depth kind of, I guess call it review, or more just kind of help people out, because you know it can get kind of frustrating. You just want to buy the stupid thing and record something with it. I'm not a studio technician or anything like that. I just want something simple, record my shit with. That's it. And this will do it. So I'm happy I have that. So that's kind of the second feature of this Sonic Port VX, is recording direct out of your amp, no matter what amp it is, an old style tube amp or any modern amp. So next thing I'll show, I'll go to a more modern amp, a Fender Mustang, and we'll go through that. And one more thing I should have mentioned, the Sonic Port comes with, here I'll unplug it here. So this has your lightning connector for your phone. Unfortunately, that wire, the other end of that wire is this freaking thing. So imagine I'll be going to line 6 for that as soon as my cord wears out or I lose it. And then it has a pretty common charge cord, this guy here. I happen to have the exact same cord on my Nikon camera I have, so at least that's common. Hopefully that'll show up. And then it comes with this base, but the base is okay. It's loose though, because the screw going into the bottom, I'll wind it out here. It's a standard size anyway, but it's too long and it won't actually tighten up on the thing. So I could put a wash in here or something, or in here, just to get it to hold firm. But honestly, I'll never use this base, because what I'm going to do with this thing is just put it in my pocket, go somewhere to record someone, stick it down like that, put it on stereo microphones and record right into my iPod. No filters, no horseshit, and there you go. And then you can bring it home, download it, put it into Audacity. That's very easy to do. I'll also go through that too. Now this video is going way overboard. So that's the one we just did. Okay, I have to go back. I go. Try to think. 3 and okay, yeah. So recording 3. This one we just did. I go out. Small, tiny button on the iPad. And then I can put SoundCloud, wherever you want it. File sharing, just pick file sharing. Create audio file. I don't like WAV because they're a bit too large, so put an MP3. Although if your program you're using needs WAV, then go ahead and put it in WAV. And then file sharing, create audio file, and away it goes. So then it saves in a file. When I connect to my iTunes on my computer, I go into apps, I go into Road, my song will be there. This raw file as it is, not compressed unless you want to compress it, and then put it into any program you want, and that's it. Okay, so I'll go over to the other amp now and check it out. I just noticed this video is going way too long. Okay, I'll try to be quick. Came over to the other amp now, so this is a Fender Mustang 5 amp, version 1. It looks weird because it's flipped on its side, because I need the controls here and outputs here. I don't want them behind and up over where I can't see them. So I flipped on its front, and it's been like that for, I don't know how long now, a couple years anyway. So since you have that, you have your loop send. So I can use that loop send to go direct into the pod, and that would go into the guitar plug-in. That was pretty good mono, but I want stereo, so I don't use that. I use the, let's see now, the headphone out jack, which is stereo, just your typical stereo. Oh, there's the amp coming back on. and then I go into the aux jack on the line or the port VX. Once that's in there, it's stereo. And as soon as you plug that in also, it takes over everything. You can have this set wherever you want, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it just takes over everything. It kind of defaults to stereo, straight into there. And then I take headphones, not these ones because they're crappy, usually better ones, but, and put them into my iPod. You can't see right now. iPad. One other thing I should mention too, super fast, this all works excellent on your phone as well. So, let's go into my phone. So say you're out in the middle of nowhere or at a concert or somewhere, and there you go. You got your mobile pod on your phone and that works fine. And you also have your road record, that works fine. It all works great right on your phone. So fine. You don't need to even pack an iPad mini around. You can just put this in your pocket, this in your other pocket, or your coat pocket probably for that one. It's a bit too thick. Like an armadillo down there. And then record away, and it's not going to be any difference at all. So phones work good too. Okay, so now that I have that all stereo, then I would play. Here's my guitar. Again, using, not that it matters one iota what guitar you use, because it's all going to be digitized anyway. So, and then you would just start playing away. And you should get some sound out of this thing. What have I done wrong? Oh darn, I shut off the camera. I should have left it on, but what happened there is a glitch I'm finding with the Rode app. If you don't have anything plugged in properly, it'll come up blank and you'll be like, oh no, something's wrong. You'll mess around with everything. All you have to do is go out of it, come back into it. So anyway, there's your guitar. See, I'm going way over my level, so I can turn that down. Do my, you know, your master volume out of your amp will work, or whatever, just whatever you're feeding it, and records in stereo very well. Sounds exactly what's coming out of here into your program, as long as you have all the compressors turned off and all that crap. So turn your FX off, you don't want that, and put your mic through so you can hear your headphones out of your iPad or phone, and it sounds exactly like what you're recording. Okay, I'll follow up later with more stuff and see how long this video is. I'll try to put the band sounds at the end too, but hopefully that helps you get through some of the stuff that Rode doesn't explain, that Garageband doesn't explain, and that Line 6 doesn't explain worth shit. Okay, thanks, bye-bye.